Let's move on to probably, I would say, one of our favorite segments and one that gets a lot of, I think, hate between the two of us. Or not hate, but we're really like,
We
I
get
feel like
mad.
we get a lot of like,
I don't get really mad. We get defensive of
we
our
get
own
defensive.
posture.
Argumentative. All right.
Yeah.
Argumentative. We'll call it that. Let's move on to the next one.
Top five, no debating. Top five, top five, top five.
Top five. Top five. Top five.
Top five. I love this segment, man. I really do think that this segment is one of our best segments. I think it gets the most clicks, too, when you look at these thumbnails. We got a lot of people that love this segment, and that's because they want to know if their team is in our top five. And, hey, I'll tell you right now, my team's not in my top five, and neither is Rick's, so maybe
you know
yours
that?
is.
Dude, they have a win.
Stop it.
100% though, and if you're an NFL fan, first of all, you just love power rankings, and you love when other people power rank other teams because, again, you hope your team is in the top five, and that's why we do this top five. So, Kyle, I think did you go first last week or did I go first?
I think you went first last week, so
All right,
I
so
will
Kyle,
go first.
Who's number 5 on your top five?
Number 5 on my list is the team with more offensive yards than any other team in history through 6 weeks of football, and that's the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
They're not doing great defensively, but I do think with Vic Fangio, I trust to get it done. He's going to continue to improve defensively, and Jalen Ramsey eyeing an early return back to football.
Shit.
And when that happens, all this team's going to do is climb.
I like it. I feel like they're a little too low. My number 5.
Wow, too low.
The Kansas City Chiefs. They extend their streak against Kyle's Broncos. I'm sorry to bring it up, Kyle. They're winning. The Chiefs are doing what the Chiefs have done for the last 6 years, and then that's win. Maybe 4 or 5 years. That's all they do is win, dude. All I do is win, no matter what. And it's cool to have not only the Chiefs and my number 5, but the Dolphins and Tyreek Hill, right? Like they're sharing their number 5 spot here. So my number 5 is the Chiefs. Kyle, who do you have at number 4?
You're so mean, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry.
I'm not even telling you. Take it back.
All right, tell the viewers. Tell the viewers, not me. Tell the viewers.
I got Cleveland at number 4.
Fuck you.
I got Cleveland at number
Fuck
4.
You.
Why?
You're insane. All right, go ahead.
Why am I insane? Can you please tell me?
You have the Browns in your top 5 because of their defense. I'll tell you this much. Deshaun Watson and PJ Walker have not done enough offensively in their last 2 games to even warrant a top 10.
Okay, so the Browns do have the best defense in the NFL. Okay. This is kind of how.
I mean, if that's it.
No, that's not it. It's the fact that they don't have Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is, last time we saw him playing at a high level, the second best quarterback in the NFL, or third, whatever. He'll replace Justin Herbert. He'll take the number 5 spot. That's how good he is. So yeah, the number 1 defense in the NFL with a top 5 quarterback. What is there not to love about this pick? Cleveland is going to continue to improve. This is a team I would not want to play. I think they'll beat almost anybody they play this year.
I don't get it. They're 3-2.
They're not the record.
I know. But that's what I'm saying though. They have a winning record. I can see why you would pick them because
I'm saying
they have a top defense.
No, I'm saying they're not the record. Like 3-2 is not that great. The Browns are great, but their record's not great.
I just don't think the Browns. I think their defense is fucking the best defense in the NFL. I just don't think that should warrant a whatever top 5 pick. Anyway, my number 4.
Does beating the 49ers count for anything? I mean,
I mean,
they
it counts.
We were
They
just
get a
saying that
win.
the
They
Niners
get a
were going to
win.
go 16-0,
They get a
and
win.
then they lost to Cleveland. What
They
does
get a
that
win.
mean?
That's what it counts for. Is they get a win.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for like how the overall public views them. Like, does that win not like boost Cleveland?
Look, record-wise, it boosts them. I just don't think you could be like, oh man, they had such a convincing win with PJ Walker not throwing for a fucking touchdown and their running backs not doing anything either. It's like that whole team offensively looks bad, and Stefanski is supposed to be an offensive guy, isn't he?
Yeah, okay, so Cleveland right now is ranked a little bit lower in some of the power rankings I'm looking up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or higher, I mean. But that's why I don't like looking online, because I'm telling you, sometimes the public opinion really gets kind of in the way of what we're actually seeing. They got Cleveland ranked at 7. This is what it said. The Browns pulled off the biggest upset of the week over the Niners. They did it without Deshaun Watson under center. If Watson can get rolling consistently once healthy, the Browns have the defense to make noise. This is literally everything I just said. I didn't look this up until right now.
But
I'm not crazy.
But they haven't gotten the offense rolling, and they're third.
They don't have their quarterback.
Exactly. So
he
looked
good when we did see him.
The best ability is availability.
He didn't look bad when we saw him. He looked better than last year. We even said Deshaun Watson's back to his old form. You said that week 2.
I'm just saying. Best ability is availability. Deshaun Watson.
He could have played in this game.
Not available.
He could have played in this game, and they decided not to. They said we can beat 49ers with our backup. That's how good this defense is.
Christian
and they did
McCaffrey was out. Debo Samuel was out. One of their best.
Deshaun Watson was out.
You're right. But 3 versus 1. I don't know, man. I think the Browns.
You can't 3 versus 1. There's no one. There's no.
The Browns are top half of the NFL.
There's no amount that's equal to a quarterback.
Browns are the top half of the NFL.
Of course, they're in the top 5.
My number 4 pick is going to be a team that lost to go from undefeated to a 1-loss team. I'm going to go Eagles in number 4 to lose against the Jets. Yes, the Jets are a tough team. Their defense is really good. Their defense last year was better, and I feel like they took a step back, but they're starting to get their groove back as far as, just swag with defense. The offense needs to pick it up, but I'm having the Eagles with 1 loss at number 4. Kyle,
I like that pick.
Okay.
See, I don't got a problem with that. I don't know why you got to come at me with mine. I like your pick.
Because the Browns at number 4. You're crazy. Kyle, look at that face, Kyle. Look at that face. That's a crazy man's face.
At number 3, I have the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right.
They're loaded. Yeah, they lost. Whatever. They're going to continue to win most of their games. They're still going to be 14-3, and they're still going to, compete for the number 1 seed. Don't overthink it. Philly's still that team. They had a very similar loss to the Commanders last year on Thursday Night Football, a game that they shouldn't have lost. I did say when I said the Jets were going to win, because now I do remember saying it, because I remember saying this was a trap game set up for the Eagles because of the way the Jets have been playing, right? They're coming off a big Broncos win. And now when you look at Philly, it's like, did they just get it out of the way? It seems like it. They got it out of the way. I think they continue to roll. I think they bounce back big next week. And here's my little plot twist. I don't know or care who the Eagles are playing next week. They win big.
Okay. All right. I like it.
They're playing the Bears. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, then they're really winning big. My number 3 is a team that I said was going to get on a roll, and they have been. My number 3 is the second best team in the NFC, and that is the Lions at number 3 in the standings in my top 5. Goff is a savage. They lost Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in this game against them, and they still won. They still beat the Bucs. So they're they didn't make my, or no, they did make my top 5 last time. They made it to number 5, but with this win, and if they continue to keep rolling, they might just keep moving up. But I got Lions at number 3 right now, Kyle.
Love the pick at number
Liar.
2. I know, I like it. At number 2, I have the Detroit Lions.
Ooh. All right.
I think right now the Lions have proven that they can beat Philly. By the way, Philly, I checked. They play the Dolphins, so
I don't care who they play. They're beating them big.
Yeah. So I'm taking Philly big. There you go.
There you go.
Detroit, number 2. I do think defensively, Detroit is just maybe the best defense. They're right there with San Francisco. And then when you look at offensively, they're scoring a lot of points consistently right now. I showed you earlier 20 points in I think 15 straight games.
Mm-hmm.
And with the defense they have, you don't need to score much more than 20, but we know they're capable of doing that too. I think if you're a Lions fan, you're having one of the best years of your life. This is a fun team to watch. They can be on prime time. The Detroit Lions, this is a brand new Lions, and they come in as the second best team in the NFL. I even as a person that expected Detroit to be really good, it just feels really good to have arrived here at number 2 and be able to say this on week 6.
Love it. Love it. My number 2 is your number 5. I've got the Miami Dolphins at number 2. I am someone who really, really loves offense. And you couldn't tell because I'm a Bears fan. So I know that may confuse some of you that I really love offense because I'm a Bears fan. And I get it. The Dolphins defensively, not great. Bottom probably third of the NFL in terms of points allowed, yards allowed. But they get a lot of sacks and they get a lot of pressures on quarterbacks. If they can just keep doing that the rest of the season, I think this team is going to sort itself out into being the AFC rep for the Super Bowl. It can be. I think they're that good. So I'm taking the Dolphins at number 2.
All right, I guess we have the same number 1, unless you throw me for an absolute loop here.
The Bears?
The Chicago Bears check in at number 1.
Number 29.
Oh, wait, no, that's not a 1. 31.
31.
Sorry, 31.
Yeah.
There it is. No, I got the 49ers. I got the 49ers. Yeah,
Yep.
They lost. I don't care. Personally, I don't care. When you don't have CMC, Trent Williams, and Deebo Samuel, okay, well, when you really break it down, that's 3 Pro Bowlers, first All Pros. Maybe Deebo doesn't get in. Maybe he does, but CMC, first team All Pro. Then you look at the Trent Williams, first team All Pro. Those aren't just nobodies, right? I understand that San Francisco didn't overcome, but you laughed about it. I think Cleveland's the number 4 team. So I don't look at it like, no, they had a bad day at the office. It's like, no, they had injuries and played a very good team and they lost. But that doesn't mean that if they had all of their stars, they would have lost. They would have won the game. That's why San Francisco's number 1 and Cleveland's not, is because this is the best team in the NFL when they're healthy. And right now you're just hoping they can get healthy quick.
Yeah, that's a big issue. That the health thing with CMC especially has been a big issue. I don't think Deebo Samuel has really had any injury issues in his time in the NFL, although maybe there was a little stretch there before his big contract that he got with the 49ers. But yeah, they had a bad day at the office, man. Again, those injuries definitely contributed to them losing against Cleveland, but they are the most complete team. You know, Brock Purdy had a lot of struggles against this Browns defense, and the Browns defense, again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. They're the best defense in the NFL right now. They get pressure on the quarterback. They make them look silly on offense. But Brock Purdy, I think, will come back from this first regular season game that he's lost, but he's going to come back from this better because 1, he has Kyle Shanahan there. 2, he's got a lot of veteran leadership in that locker room. And 3, he was the last pick in the NFL, man. He's got to be good. You know that's in his mind. Yeah. I'm not supposed to be here right now. The fact that I'm here makes me fucking great, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Yeah, and to your point, they didn't know they weren't going to have CMC, Trent Williams, and Debo, which means that they had an entire game plan that they weren't able to carry out. You just gave Kyle Shanahan an entire week to know that, okay, now I can game plan accordingly. Yep. So, yeah, I do expect a bounce-back game from him because of the fact that Kyle Shanahan's going to have so much time to prepare for, however they have to adapt in order to see Brock Purdy go out and perform. And I think you're gonna get that.
All right. Well, that was our top five.
Top five, no debating. Top five.